everyone, I'm Delane Cleveland. Every day, our news team brings you stories from the community that you call home. Here's a look at today's stories, and you can always find more on our website, ccxmedia.org.
In Brooklyn Park, city engineers believe new stoplights at 93rd Avenue and Noble Parkway will equate to lighter traffic.
It's pretty bad. We had 21 crashes out there between 2016 and 2018. 5 of those were injury crashes.
The lights begin flashing on July 2nd. 93rd Avenue is typically jammed in AM and PM rush hours as drivers try to escape gridlock on nearby US 169 and Minnesota Highway 610.
We've had a lot of congestion, a lot of safety issues out there. So yeah, it was high on our list and high on Hennepin County's list.
Most of the backup is at the 93rd and Noble intersection as motorists go east and then north onto 610.
Our models tell us with the signal that congestion should certainly subside.
But not everyone believes that traffic flow will get better.
Not excited, it's just going to tie up traffic.
Charlene Piersky lives just blocks from the intersection and is not a fan of the new lights.
They could have put in a roundabout, that would have been better, or else no left turn on 93rd to Noble.
According to Piersky, some people in her neighborhood aren't happy.
They're not fond of it either, at least when we've talked to our neighbors.
The city, however, says they got plenty of feedback from residents who wanted to see the intersection improved and the stop signs removed.
We've been keeping an eye on it. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know it would come this soon, but I think it was a mix of both. We did have a fair number of complaints that drove it as well.
Now the cost for this entire project is a little more than $500,000 for the new lights and the curb cuts on the street. In Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The Hennepin County Board of Commissioners has declared racism a public health crisis. Members of the board say due to racism, Black, Indigenous, and people of color have statistically poorer educational outcomes, are less likely to access quality health care, and have higher disease rates.
It is time for Hennepin to go beyond treating the symptom, the result, and to step back and examine why are such harmful results persisting for our Black, Indigenous, and people of color residents, and how will we prevent these harmful results from continuing in the future?
The resolution includes advocating for policies to improve health outcomes for Black, Indigenous, and communities of color. It also directs the county to support initiatives to dismantle systemic racism and incorporate racism and public health crises into budget hearing materials. Commissioner Angela Conley and Irene Fernando authored the declaration. Conley said on Tuesday that Minneapolis ranks as one of the worst places for people of color to live. We'll have more information on the board's conversation at ccxmedia.org.
In a school year unlike any other, it's only fitting that the class of 2020 would get a graduation ceremony unlike any other.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's also kind of weird.
In a normal year,
Hi, we're gonna wait right here, please.
the roughly 900 students who make up Wayzata High School's senior class would celebrate the end of their long journey at the U of M's Mariucci Arena.
First name?
Luke.
All right, Luke, congratulations.
Instead, they're picking up their diplomas from the concession stand of Wayzata's football stadium.
As you might imagine, it's been an incredibly challenging year, terribly disappointing for many of our seniors.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced schools to shut down back in March, throwing the school year into disarray.
Ready, set, toss it!
Wayzata officials held out hope that they could hold the graduation ceremony at Mariucci in August. But 2 weeks ago, they found out that they had to cancel that as well.
And so we, as quickly as we could, turned it around to try to create this ceremony and this event today for our students.
While it's far from the perfect scenario,
considering everything going on, I think it's better than no ceremony at all, so that's good.
Wyatt Ferguson.
This diploma distribution ceremony still gives students the opportunity to walk across a stage and have their picture taken by a professional photographer.
Yeah, it's definitely different and kind of makes us stand out this year, yeah.
While the class of 2020 probably wanted to stand out for different reasons, senior Harsheen Batra looked on the positive side of the last few months.
I think it really shows the resilience of everyone and how we can easily cope with challenges, and it kind of just shows the personality of everyone here that no matter what the world throws at us, we're able to move forward.
A virtual graduation ceremony complete with commencement speeches will take place on July 1st at 7 p.m. online. But as innovative as all this was, the hope is that they'll get back to a normal ceremony in 2021. Reporting in Plymouth, Delay in Cleveland, CCX News.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood? Or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. You can learn about the latest news through our truly local newscast. We cover and air around 150 high school sporting events every year. For our cities, we air parades and city meetings that you can watch whenever you want. Then, any citizen of our cities can create and share their own original content. We'll even teach you how to use the equipment too. We have always provided you with a connected community experience, and as life gets busier than ever, we will continue to engage, inform, and inspire through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.